Alright, well, greetings from Pennsylvania once again. And we are still out here in Somerset County in southwestern PA. And just a little bit earlier, we were out at the highest point in Pennsylvania, Mount Davis. And I hinted at the fact I was going to visit another place here in Somerset County. And if you guessed the Flight 93 Memorial, you were correct. Obviously by the title of the video. I think most of you are familiar with this memorial and why it's out here. Of course, this goes back to 9/11 with those plane crashes into the buildings in New York and Washington, and then there was this one that crashed out here out in the middle of nowhere, actually, out here in Somerset County, Pennsylvania. I'm currently at the Tower of Voices, so I'll turn you around in a moment. So out there it is. That is called the Tower of Voices. I'm not sure if it's all complete yet or not, but you can read all this if you want. Talks about why it's here. For the 40 courageous passengers and crew members aboard that plane. These are the people that realized what was happening and fought back. So it talks a little more about the tower. Something like a giant wind chime. Yeah, so we'll walk up a little bit closer. I'm not sure how far you're allowed to go up to it, actually. Looks like we can just walk right up to it. Looks like it is done. I wasn't sure. I think someone I had talked to was here when it wasn't quite finished. Wow, that's impressive, actually. 93 feet tall. Yeah, I was in college when all this happened. On September 11th. All that time ago. I remember exactly where I was, actually, as well. When I got a phone call from a friend. That is beautiful. That is a really cool shot right there. Yeah, I'm not hearing anything because it looks like the chimes are not actually in motion right now. But you can see all the inner workings there. Wow, you can see the clouds moving up there. It almost makes it feel like the whole tower is swaying. At least from my perspective down here. Yes, like I said, this tower is dedicated to the passengers and crew people on that plane, Flight 93. They're the ones that realized what was happening. They'd heard about the other planes already, and they decided to try and stop it. But you know, in the end, the plane crashed. There wasn't really anything they could do. I mean, they prevented a lot of other people from dying, probably. I guess they theorized that plane was maybe headed for the White House or somewhere else in Washington, perhaps. They don't know exactly for sure, I don't think. Or maybe they do. But those people stopped it. This isn't the actual site of the crash. I think the site, we're going to head up there a little bit later. It is a beautiful scene, though. I think the chimes are supposed to represent the voices of those people. Kind of hits you all of a sudden. Alright, so I'm going to head down to the main memorial site where I think they have more to see. I might reminisce with you more about what I remember of that day, where I was and such things. It is kind of a sobering place, considering everything. Alright, so we made it to the visitor center, and what they also call Memorial Plaza, which I think is out that way. Not a whole lot of people here today, but we'll take that. The weather is looking a little more grim out that way. Alright, just have a little walk around the visitor center. I'm not sure if it's open or what's up this way, but like I said, in a little bit I'll reminisce with you as well about what I was doing that day and what I remember. And of course, we'll check out the Memorial Plaza up there too. Here's some more information and a map of the area we're at now. Called September 11th, 2000. 10:03 a.m. Less than 20 minutes from the terrorist's intended target at Washington, D.C. Actually, looks like we can actually walk to the site where it crashed. Large sandstone boulder. We're right here, so I think we just walk out this way. They have a little path there, so I think that's what we're gonna do. Head out that way. There's some different spots along the way you can stop at. They have a little raised map in the back here as well. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we're right here, so we're gonna walk up to the crash site up there, I think. Yeah, so I think this black walkway is the actual flight path. It has the times when things happened. 9:03 was the two World Trade Towers. Oh, so there's the actual visitor center, which I doubt is open. Yep, building is closed. But let's continue on this way. What I'm interested in seeing isn't on the inside anyway. That's quite a view out there. This is pretty sobering too. A common field one day, a field of honor forever. So down there's the little trail we're going to take eventually. Make our way out to the location of the crash site out there. And they do have another little map here. Looking way out there. Right, there's the impact site. So we're headed out that way. We gotta get down to that trail next. Pretty sure there's a trail that goes all the way around the place too, so you can come out here and just hike as well. It is a national park, I'm pretty sure now. Yeah, that phrase up there about a common field one day and a field of honor was say forever is pretty accurate. I mean, if you look around me as I'm walking, we're out in the middle of nowhere here in Somerset County. You know, if you would have, on that day, if you would have told someone you're from Somerset County, Pennsylvania, they would have maybe no idea what you're talking about. But after that day, you know, a lot of people knew where Somerset County was all of a sudden out in western PA. So I'm from Pennsylvania, obviously. And I remember when I was down in college, you know, it was kind of interesting. Well, I don't know if interesting is a word, but intriguing that one of the planes, you know, crashed in my home state. So yeah, I remember exactly where I was that day and that time. Down, I was still in college down in South Carolina. I just finished my master's degree in spring of 2001, and then I was staying a year on staff to pay off my school bills. So I wasn't actually a student anymore at that time. I was on staff at the college. This is kind of what the trail looks like down here as we head down to the crash site area. But yeah, in college I worked kind of like, I don't know what you call it, it's the maintenance department, the distribution department. We did a lot of deliveries, and I felt like we did the stuff that nobody else wanted to do on campus. But one of the things we did was store stuff for people. When the students went home for the summer, they could leave like their college stuff behind, so they didn't have to take it home during the summer, because they weren't going to use it during the summer, so they could just leave it at the college. It would be stored in like there was a cardboard or fiberglass barrels, and we had a storage area underground somewhere that we stored that stuff for them. It was called C5. Huge underground storage area. Actually, it was underneath another building, but it was underground. C5. And obviously, I don't remember exactly why I was down there that day. We stored other stuff down there as well. But I was down there, and then I got a call on my phone. I think it was my friend Matt Murphy, I think his name was. He called me. He says, "Did you hear what happened?" I'm like, "What do you mean, what happened?" And then he told me what had happened when I was down in there, and I was like, "Really?" You know, and kind of, didn't quite know what to believe. You know. And then so I got out of there. I went to the snack shop on campus where there was a TV. There's TVs hang up like in the places of eating and stuff, and sure enough, they kept showing that footage over and over again of the planes flying into towers. I think I stood there watching as the buildings came down. It was kind of like, you're kind of in shock a little bit, seeing it all happen. But I remember that day. I remember first that was just one plane, and then while we were all standing there watching, the second plane came in, and then you heard about the plane that hit the Pentagon in Washington. And then a little bit later, we heard about this plane here. That's kind of what it really hit home too, since, like I said, I'm from Pennsylvania. Even though technically I live closer to Washington and New York probably than I do to this area. But just seeing Pennsylvania on the news, my home state, I just remember feeling kind of helpless because there's really nothing you could do when all that was happening. It's kind of a weird feeling. Not a pleasant feeling either, I don't think. But it was a sobering day, and I remember all I could do really, I had a flag. I forget where I got it from, but we hung that up outside our little, we had like a little garage area where we, on the docks where the trucks came in to drop off deliveries. I remember hanging the flag up there. I think I just walked off trail here a second too. Let me get back to the main trail. I'm not paying attention where I'm going. Yeah, I'm trying to follow the path, but there's all these other dirt roads as well. Well, not dirt roads, but paved roads. We want to go down this way. Trail continues this way. I kind of end up walking up that way. There's like a viewing platform there, but we want to go this way. I remember getting that flag out and hanging it up on our dock, and that's really all you could do, fly an American flag. A lot of people did it that day. Of course, nobody was working anymore that day either. We just all kept watching the news and stuff. Alright, making our way down. I'm hoping there's a trail that leads to that sandstone boulder. Looks like you can park all the way over there as well. There's a place over there, but the trail continues on all the way on up. Not sure if we'll take that on the way back or not, but let's keep on going down here. Because I think I see a gap in the wall. I think the trail goes through there. Starting to drizzle a bit too, but hopefully the main rain holds off yet. I believe this is what they call the wall of names. Alright, so we were just down there at the wall of names. Of course, those would be the names of all the victims, the people that died in that crash. And out there, this is the field where the plane actually crashed, and there's a large stone out there. Marks the approximate point of impact. Got some more information about it here. Traveling 563 miles per hour. because of the debris field out there. 7-ton sandstone boulder was placed in the field to mark the approximate location of impact. The crater that resulted was 30 feet wide and 15 feet deep. So it's that's kind of the tomb of all those 40 people out there where that rock is. Yeah, it's a sobering thought. I mean, all those people, they had no idea that that was going to happen that day. You know, it was just for many of them, probably just a routine flight. And then, you know, everything changes just like that. You never know. So I think I am going to go ahead and I think I'm going to go ahead and walk the trail that goes all the way up there. I see it winding around up there, and it comes back up to where we parked. Might as well. Just see what else is out here. Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to continue walking along. I think up here is what they call the Wetlands Bridge. But there's a trail that goes up, kind of zigzags up through that field too, but I think that bridge looks tempting. Did a lot of driving today, so it'd be good to get some exercise in. I was hiking this morning at one of the places we filmed at, but it's a nice place out here actually. I mean, it's in the winter time. Everything's brown, but still. It's a thought-provoking place, I guess you could say. A lot of the stuff I haven't thought about for a long time. About what happened and where it was that day and all that kind of stuff. You know, as I'm walking along that Wetlands Bridge, you can look up there. That's where we were earlier. That's kind of that black granite walkway comes out, and this is, you know, you would have seen a plane come. If you were standing here that day, you would have seen the plane. That's the direction you would have seen it. I'm not sure what angle it was coming in. Probably a much steeper angle, but yeah. All right, and then right over there is where it landed. Up over there. All right, so I'm still making my way around the Memorial Plaza here. But man, if you get a place to visit this place, by all means, come out here. I mean, for me, it had a kind of a heavy feeling of sadness a little bit. Wasn't really expecting that. But like I said, it kind of brings back a flood of different memories and thoughts from what was almost 20 years ago now already. So yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna head home soon. Got quite a drive home, but as always, thanks for coming along, and I'll see you around.